a leg curl variation that I like to call Passé Tracers or Passé curls because of these leg positions that dancers call Passé. You can do them with the inwards leg curls, same side leg and opposite leg, as well as with the outwards leg curls with the opposite leg. If you're already familiar with the basic leg curls I showed in the other tutorials, then it's pretty easy to apply this variation to the stuff that you already know. As I said, you can use the different kinds of leg curls for this Passé variation, but all of them look a slightly bit different, and they are a bit different if you add a body curl and this arm triangle to it. So I go over them one after the other step by step. Starting with the inwards leg curl, the same side leg, here handle on the surface side, you do the original leg curl, but instead of putting the foot down on the floor, you keep this leg up and your toes touch the knee more or less of the other leg. If you can't go up so far with the other foot, you can go a bit deeper. That would be coupé for dancers, or you just take it as high as you want here. And from there on, you can just continue as I showed in the other leg curl tutorials. So guide the handle behind and trace around, or you can do a handoff here, add a body curl, or whatever you want. So this works with all these variations. Once again, you do this inward leg curl, but your foot touches the other leg, and then you continue your leg curl. What happens here is that the fibers slide through this angle, this negative space, but pretty much in a vertical line that goes from behind your lower leg and then comes up here, your thighs, before it goes behind the back. Same thing for the other side. So just the leg curl, your foot is touching the other knee, or however high up you can go here, and then you just continue to pull the fibers behind your back as you know from the other tutorials. Like so. Same thing for the opposite leg inwards. So starting here again with the handle on the surface side, the peace lily side leg goes around the fibers, and again you continue with the handle behind the back to here. And this variation traps the fibers a little bit different. So they curl more around the supporting leg, and they don't come up around the leg that did the leg curl movement. So again with the other hand, a piece of the side hand, surface side leg, do the inward circling motion, put the tip of your toes at your knee, the handle continues its way around to the back, and there you got the fibers, or whatever you want to do there. A nice shape occurs if you take the opposite leg outwards, starting with the handle here on the surface side. You reach across with the hand to the peace lily side, do this outwards leg movement in this passé position, and there you see the fibers go around in a different way through this negative space. So the fiber tail hangs in front of the lower leg and then comes up from behind around the thigh, and there you can trace around. So it's not so much a vertical line, but it's really more winding around the leg. That's why I like these outwards Passé Tracers a bit more than the other ones. So here, oops, somewhere I stepped on the fibers, outwards, like so. other hand. Basically, side hand reaching across to the sofa, side leg curling outwards. Put the tip of your toes on the other leg, and the handle continues its way here around behind your back, and there you grab the fibers. And you see the fibers really curl around this triangle leg here, this passé leg. I really like to play with these body shapes, these body triangles that occur when you put your arms on your hips or your leg on the other leg. And if you add the body curl, you can combine these shapes. And depending on what leg you use, same side or opposite leg, you get different symmetry of your body triangles. So you start here with the same side leg, on the sofa side, to here, come around, then the sofa side hand goes through this negative space to here. And there you come into a position where you actually get 3 triangles on your body, your leg, and right above the leg, the arm, and the opposite arm here when it comes around behind your head to pull the fibers out. And then you do your lasso spin or whatever. Now you already have the whip in the other hand. Once again for the other side. So inwards, leg curl, hand off behind the back. Then this hand goes through this negative space. Put your hand on your hip, and you got this triangle shape, leg triangle, here arm, and here arm with the whip before it goes around. Just continuously what happens. If you take the opposite leg, you get the different symmetry of the arm and leg triangles there. So it doesn't matter if it's the outwards leg or inwards on the opposite leg, the arm symmetry is the same. So starting here again with the handle on the surface side and doing now the outwards leg curl here, then the surface side hand goes around, hand off behind the back. Here this arm tunnels this negative space, and now you see a different symmetry. You got the leg here, but the first arm is on the opposite side of the hip, and then the upper hand is above the leg triangle. So it's this kind of shape. Again, you switched hand anyway, so go around, piecemeal side hand goes the whip across. Here the outward circling motion into the positive position, balance. The hand goes around behind the back, comes around here. This hand tunnels this negative space. Put your hand on your hip and you're in this position. So the leg is here, first arm on the opposite side, and the arm towards the handle here above the leg. And you can just mirror it as long as you want. That's it for the Passé Tracers. Play with it and maybe you find new shapes.